Intramuros. Intramuros is the oldest district in Manila that was built by Spaniards in 1600s. The name Intramuros means walled city or city that's surrounded by walls. Intramuros is located at the south part of the Pasig River. The erection of the Intramuros was led by Santiago de Vera and Miguel Lopez de Legazpi in 1590 up to 1872. The whole Intramuros is covered of total 64 hectares and surrounded by the wall made by stone that has the width of 2.4 meters and 6.7 meters height. People and culture. Even before the Spaniards arrived in Luzon, Intramuros already belongs to the Islamic Kingdom of Manila. They had a battle between the Spaniards, but in the end, they negotiated with each other. The restoration of Intramuros was completed in 1590 up to 1872, and afterwards, it begins to be the center of education. In 1870, Sir John Browning visited the city and was astonished at the arrangement between the people that was part of the Spaniards, priest, mestizo, Indio, etc. Up until now, the most usual scenery or people that can be seen inside of the city are the students, the people working the government, and the members of the church. Houses are very unusual inside of the place because most of the people live in a dormitory or condominium. But of course, if ever that there is a Spaniard inside of it, it is classified now as a tourist. Community. Intramuros is composed of 5 barangays, which are the barangay 654, 655, 656, 657, and 658, with a total resident of in barangay 654, 864, barangay 655 of 1,787, 656 of 424 residents, 657 420 residents, and lastly 658 with a total of 1,520 residents. And in Manila, there are 15 areas, including the Intramuros, which has the population of 10,384 and household of 2,356 and the average household size of 4.4%. Historical places. Colegio de San Juan de Letran. Colegio de San Juan de Letran was originated from the collaboration of two institutions that was both built and can be found inside of Intramuros. The Colegio de Niños Huerfanos de San Juan de Letran was built by Don Juan Jeronimo Guerrero in 1620. And Colegio de Huerfanos de San Pedro y San Pablo was erected by Dominican Diego de Santa Maria. The two institutions was united by one goal. That's why in 1620, the two institutions collaborated and was called Colegio de San Juan de Letran. University of Santo Tomas. The Colegio de Nuestra Señora del Santísimo Rosario, and now called the University of Santo Tomas, was built in April 28, 1611 by Archbishop Miguel de Benavides. University of Santo Tomas is the biggest school in Manila and the oldest university in the Philippines and in whole Asia. It was first built in Intramuros, but because of war, it was relocated in Sampaloc in 1927. In 1785, a title of royal by King James III of Spain, and 1902, Pope Leo XIII gave the title of Pontifical, and lastly, the Catholic University of the Philippines by Pope Pius XII in 1947. Manila Cathedral. Manila Metropolitan Cathedral Basilica, or the famous Manila Cathedral, was built in 1571 by Juan de Vivero, the secular who officially baptized Raja Sulaiman as the Church of Manila. The church was built in the motherland of Juan Miguel de Legazpi, and the saint represented to it was the La Purísima Inmaculada Concepcion. The first structure of the cathedral was made by nipa and bamboo, and also Father Juan de Villanueva, the one who served as the ever priest. Because of the war, the new facade of the cathedral now is based on the design of architect Fernando Ocampo. In December 7, 1958, it was baptized and became the first basilica of the Philippines in order of Pope John Paul II. San Agustin Church. The Church of San Agustin or Iglesia de San Pablo was built in 1571. It was considered as the oldest stone church that was built in 1589 and was governed by Augustine's priest. Near the altar of the church was said to be the place where Martin de Goiti, Juan de Salcedo, Miguel Lopez de Legazpi, and other archbishops were buried. It was called the World Heritage Site of UNESCO. Fort Santiago. Fort Santiago was built by the Spaniards in 1571 as the restoration of the wrecked hideout of the last dato in Manila. As time passed by, the Fort Santiago served as the defense wall from the Chinese pirates and was a jail chamber for the political prisoner back when the time of the Spaniards and the torture chamber of the Japanese in World War II. The Fort Santiago was in the verge of severe devastation because of the American bombs when in battle for Manila. This is also the place where Jose Rizal was imprisoned before being killed in 1896. Ateneo de Manila University. The Escuela Municipal de Manila, or the presently called Ateneo de Manila University, was built by the Jews in 1859 when they returned to the country after they had been kicked out by the Dominicans. It was just a primary school, and after starting and open a high school in 1865, it was called then Ateneo Municipal de Manila. It was called Ateneo de Manila when it was governed by the Americans in 1901. Ateneo is the first school in the country that used English when it comes to teaching. In World War II, it was moved in Ermita, and after the war, it was permanently moved in Loyola Heights. Palacio del Gobernador. The Palacio del Gobernador is located in Plaza Roma in Intramuros. It was first built in Plaza de Armas in Fort Santiago in 1599, but when an earthquake struck in 1645, it was devastated. It served as the shelter of Gobernador General when the time of Spaniards until the earthquake in 1863, and the administration was moved to Malacañang Palace afterwards. For 100 years, without any buildings structures built in the place until it was bought by Land Bank of the Philippines. This is the place where you can find the different offices of the government and administration of